What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to this week's episode 165 of the STS Guys. I am Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
And I'm Scott.
And we are the STS Guys, a weekly podcast where we sit around, shoot the shit, and talk about anything geeky, nerdy, and cool. What is going on this week, guys?
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
It has been a week.
It has. Nate's not here. This feels weird.
It does feel weird.
Right? Something's off. It's been a weird week.
Well, I think part of the reason why it feels like somewhat off is because, I don't know, like, so Texas has become the new Arctic.
Yeah, it is, as you can tell, beanie. It is cold here. And I was not anticipating this. Like, I'm not gonna say it, like, fuck this cold shit. Like, I didn't move to Texas to I came for a couple of seasons, but I did not want an actual winter.
Yeah,
I was told there wasn't winters here.
It is 30 degrees in Austin right now and snowing in some areas. I don't think it was snowing outside. I looked a couple minutes ago. It wasn't snowing by us yet, but the snow is on its way.
But yeah, so Austin, huh?
Yeah,
Texas.
But the low tomorrow, Sunday, is 12 degrees. The low Monday, 9 degrees right now. It's been as like projected as low as 0 on Monday. So it's going to be cold.
It keeps fluctuating.
Like,
so it's
like, honestly, I think this week are my new Powerball numbers.
Yeah.
Like, it goes from 9 and 12 all the way up to 50s and 60s later in the week.
It probably works, yeah. Then we're back to summer.
Then we're back to where it should be. Can I tell you though? I got a interesting thing. So today, I had to go grocery shopping. Right, like had to go to the store. Went to a couple different places to get a few things. And because it is so cold, unnaturally, and there is upcoming snow around here, the panic buying from the Texans, yeehaw! Took me a second to find the button, is in full effect, right? Like these people, it was nuts. Like I went to a Walmart, and it is a good sized Walmart. It is not the little ghetto one here in the town that we live, right? It's the one up in Round Rock that's actually like the big one, the nice one, has the good
it has the insane amount of self-checkout aisles.
And the self-checkouts that can actually fit all of your stuff, right? You have the big where you can like take your bag and put it off to the side, right? One of those guys. So that's the one I went to.
Cool.
They were out of carts. That was my first cue of like, oh, there's something going on here. Like when Walmart has no clean like carts and
but Walmart sometimes just is lazy and they don't put them up, especially now that they have to clean them, like you said.
Yeah. To be fair, yeah, that is true. Right? They might have had to clean them or whatever.
Yeah. So
but there was no carts. So I was like, this is weird. Then we went into the store. And a couple of things like I'm out of coffee creamer. Right? So I was like, You know what? I better go get some creamer for my coffee. I like me some International Delight. I wanted to go get some. I want my French vanilla. Entirely wiped out. Like, I don't know what happened where people thought like
ID denied.
Yeah, ID denied, right? I went in there and was like, so I had to get the big, huge, like 3-month supply one because they cheap ass bastards. They wiped out all of them except for the double size, economy bins that are like
the Costco size.
The ones that are like the $5 instead of like the $2 that they should be, like the big ones. So I had to settle for the big one, which is what she said. But yeah, like, and then just going around, like you think like pandemic start, right? Everyone's buying toilet paper and all that stuff.
Yeah.
No, toilet paper, that was all in stock. But it was a fucking madhouse of people just buying Capri Suns. Apparently that was like, we need juices. Capri Suns and Sunny D gone.
I got you. I got an item that was gone, Scott, on my grocery list. So we didn't go out. We had groceries delivered, right? Just because, like, I knew it was going to be crazy just because of like all the Facebook posts and things that I've like saw like the lines wrapped around the building at some stores and everything nuts. I'm like, guess what? I'll pay someone $5 to do all that for me. Like, whatever. I'm like, okay. So then, like, so we're getting our shopping list, and then the most random things that are out. Like, for example, like, you know what? During a snowstorm or during like, you know, Arctic winter, you know what's, number one priority for people, I guess? Frozen peas and frozen carrots.
Yeah.
Out of stock.
Yeah. Okay. So I did spaghetti for dinner tonight. And you know what goes really good with spaghetti? Garlic bread.
Yeah.
Right. But I didn't want to get a loaf of French bread. It's Saturday. It was in the evening. It's not going to be fresh. And I want some good things. So I was like, let's go get the frozen garlic bread, right? Just the ones you throw in the oven. Out. Like, fuck, a garlic bread? Yeah. Like, of all things, like, and all the frozen breads were gone. Like, people are like, well, we're not going to, fresh bread doesn't last, so we need frozen bread to last us a few days. Like,
I did see, because I did go to the store or even do like a shipped order, but I did see that people were complaining on Facebook that HEB was sold out of bread and milk. So maybe they sold out of like the regular bread. So then, right, you pivot to I need frozen bread.
But here's the sad thing. I went to the HEB was not out of bread and milk because I went and bought some milk at HEB today. I got myself a gallon and they had quite a bit.
Oh, good.
So I got milk, eggs, all the stuff that you thought like, oh, these are going to get wiped out.
Yeah.
Everything that I thought was going to be gone was like, ah, shit, we're out of milk. And all these people here, they're going to be out of milk. No, but it was all the little weird auxiliary shit that I could have gotten that was out that I thought was weird. Butter, gone. But
it's just like random. It's like it just shows you though, like, so just the generalized like unpreparedness of like society. Like, God forbid, like a genuine emergency actually happen, like, where it's not just like cold outside, or like I said, the coof isn't infecting everybody, but like said, hey, like there's like some like real disaster emergency, right? Like, I don't think society would function.
No,
90% of people are like,
no. Especially considering like it's, as we said, as we start to get later towards like Thursday, Friday, right? Temperatures go back up to normal. So like it's like 5 days. Like I think you can go 5 days and you're going to be okay. Like you don't need to prepare for the apocalypse for 5 days. It's not
that Dennis Quaid movie. Was it Day After Tomorrow?
Day After Tomorrow.
We're
no,
not in that?
It's not Day After Tomorrow. And you can still get your ass up, go to the store. What, like, just because it's 20 degrees outside, you can still go to the store. It was 28 and I drove my happy ass to the store. Like,
no, like, so, well, and the thing too, right? Like, I think what I like the only reason I said that we didn't go out, right, is because like we didn't want to drive, like I said, on like the frozen tundra, because people drive like morons. Hence, like I said, the 100-car pileup that was, like I said, that was in Fort Worth, and I think in Austin or outside of Cedar Park, I said we had like a 26-car pileup.
Yeah.
Just because.
Can I tell you? I know exactly how it happened, or at least the thing, because some idiot here did something that just down the street from Larry's house, right by Larry's house, there's that bridge just south of Larry's house. As you go through, and there's this bridge, and of course, bridges here, right? You get the little like
the wind chill over the
wind chill over
bottom, so it freezes it.
Yeah, so it freezes the bridge. So this guy in the car in front of me, it's like 2 cars in front of me, hits the bridge. It's icy. Oh, I'm slipping. Soon as his car gets grip, comes to a complete dead stop. Was like, oh, probably, like, oh shit, I'm scared, like thing. And then like I'm like, dude, you dumbass, every car behind you is slipping.
Yeah. And you just stopped
and
in
you
our
stopped
way.
Right where we would be able to get grip. Keep driving, dipshit. And so I literally like had to pull off on the side of the road because my car started to like slide on the ice. So I said, but I'm like, dude, I gotta hit the signs, right? Nope. So I had to like drive around this guy and like honk at him to be like, get the fuck out of the road. Like,
so Ed makes a comment. We have signs like on every bridge here that says the bridge is ice before I say the bridge can be icy. So we have those signs here too, but that would intend that people actually have to read the signs.
He says,
I mean, to be
attention to
fair,
the
I
signs.
know there's a lot of those signs, but I don't know where these bridges are. I know I've seen them.
any-
I'm just staying home.
Any
though.
bridge.
any
I'm just
bridge.
staying home.
It's the same principle as like why wings have lift, right? It causes temperature differentiate, and it freezes bridges.
Makes sense.
Well, I said, luckily, I said we live in the day and age of, of several different apps. I said of Instacart and Shipped and all this other stuff that can, just bring
Let
goods and
someone
services to
else brave them roads. For you.
DoorDash came in clutch the last 2 days when I didn't feel like eating the food that was here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
I have a funny story about a DoorDash story, right? Because we, and this ties into the weather. Because so this morning, right? I said really wanted some pancakes. Like, man, I'm like, pancakes sound good, right? Like, hey, it's cold outside. You get some pancakes. You want like a little omelet action. And so there's this place called the House of Pancakes. Or
The International House of Pancakes.
no, not the International House. I said like it's Austin original Pancake House. Original Pancake House. Like I said,
first off, if you want pancakes, it's Kirby Lane Cafe or nothing.
No. Have you tried Original Pancake House?
No, I have not, but I found a love with the Kirby Lane.
So Kirby Lane is a second. Original Pancake House is a first. No, but they were closed because it was cold. So the order got pushed out an hour, got pushed out another hour, and then they finally found a runner to go and get it, and they went to the restaurant and it was closed. And then so I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, and by the time like I said, it went from like breakfast. Okay, now it's lunchtime. Now it's like even late lunch, and then it ends up Tony C's.
Dude, so Tony C's the other day though closed early. We went there and we ended up having to go to Hat Creek because Tony C's was closed because it was too cold and icy, and it was too unsafe for their thing. Even my daughter's school was like, it was just raining on Friday, and my daughter's school was like, at least I got a heads up from the teacher to like come early. So I showed up and it was like 2:00, and they're like, we're letting kids out now because it's going to be like a shit show because it's cold and rainy. And I was like, where was this when I was a child? Like the most I got was if it was like below -10, we would get to go sit inside the school until it was time to go get on the buses. Like we couldn't go do recess. But like now it's like it's raining and cold, so we don't want them to stand outside to get picked up by their parents.
So I kept my kid home on Thursday. He didn't have school on Friday. So I just kept him home. But it's because it's virtual. It's not really that different. So you just do school from home. So he did school from home. That was the icy day on Thursday morning.
Here's the thing is I may end up switching it just Monday and Tuesday because of jackasses driving. But anyways, I digress.
Monday's President's Day.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah, so you're good. But Tuesday's
no. Monday is not. So here's the jackass thing. Remember a couple weeks ago when we had a snow day?
Yeah.
Monday, while it is a national holiday, is also the snow day makeup day.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. So there is school Monday?
There is for at least for different schools, right?
But maybe it's the same district though. But it's going to snow.
That's awesome.
Right? Yeah,
right.
Get a snow day on
is going to be the only other snow day.
That's really dumb.
What irony is that? It's going to snow.
I feel like they should have said
snow day makeup day.
I feel like they should have sent an email being like, "Hey, guess what? Reminder, it's not President's Day." Whatever. I'll check.
Dude, that's why I wonder if maybe it's not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Your middle school because
maybe.
My daughter's elementary school has definitely been blowing me the fuck up about it.
Yeah, they haven't sent anything. It's weird. So John from Toy Rewind said that their kids have school on Monday, but he's thinking of keeping them home as well. Yeah, I mean, even if they have school, I guess he's just going to do it from here. I'm not going to send him. Yeah, and I bet half the kids aren't even going to show up. Anyway, so
who else? Who has an actual? It's been a week story.
I have a DoorDash story, sort of a minor DoorDash story. So Jeremy said right that I don't remember what place you said was closed. The pancake place. The pancake place was closed. I tried to order McDonald's on Thursday. Right, the icy day. and McDonald's was closed because I wanted to get some of those Pokemon Happy Meals. Did you see that McDonald's has Pokemon cards as their Happy Meals, and people are being really stupid over these things?
Oh, is it the New Age Beanie Baby?
That's to me it is, yes. However, the people were going like the day they came out, which I think was like Wednesday or Thursday, and they were paying the McDonald's employees extra money to purchase the cases of them, like of 150 packs of Pokemon cards. So I think it cost
what, like
150 packs.
Variations, maybe.
Yes, like I think there's like 20 or 25. So there's a few, and there's the foil ones. So right, you get one foil one in a pack. The Pikachus are selling for like $60 or $70 for some reason, but they're McDonald's toys, man. They make millions of these things.
Okay, here's the question, because I know for a fact that my daughter has some Pokemon toys that came with Pokemon cards.
From a couple years ago?
Last year or a couple years ago. So like, where was what's so special about these ones now that was different from the ones that they did last time?
Here's what it is. Everyone's gotten like money this year now, like, right? Like, so just like, it's just like everything.
It's that pandemic money, right?
Well, no, it's just like everything though, right? It's like, because everyone's, it's this whole, like, everyone wants this whole get rich quick, like, system. So either between like Dogecoin or the GameStop stocks. I'm not gonna say though, I didn't jump in and make a little money myself in those situations. Being completely honest, but at the same point in time, right? Like, so that's like, it's all in the news, right? Everyone's basically like, oh yeah, these people are getting rich, or hey, these people are getting rich, or hey, these people are getting rich, and then all of a sudden, Pokemon cards, like, one person sees like an eBay listing where someone buys it for like $100 and like, oh god,
gotta get this Pokemon. Oh, sell that shit.
Yep, right. And then people go try to buy them out, and they sell out, and then you can't get them, and the hype just builds.
And that's sad, and that's real sad, because that was I didn't actually know that this is what the toy from McDonald's was, but I had made a promise to my daughter that she would get a Happy Meal, so she's probably not getting the actual toy. It's going to go back to whatever like backup toy they have. Yeah,
from the storage closet, whatever they've got left over, like I don't know, something old.
You know what they need to reintroduce the McDonald's Transformer. Like nugget toys. The pancakes that transform and the nugget.
Can we talk about how toys? Can we talk about how toys in Happy Meals and like Burger King and stuff used to be way better than what we get today? Like I am actually severely disappointed with the quality of toys that come in Happy Meals.
It's true. Well, they're fun.
Just you used to have the Transformers that would be like the little thing of French fries. You could go, the burger would turn into French. Now it's like their Transformer is like, it doesn't transform. You just hit the button on his back and it goes.
Yeah, he does a crazy arm action.
Yeah, but then like the next thing is Avengers, and it's Thor, and you click his button on the back and he does the same motion. Like, you just did the same goddamn things, different plastic mold on the outside.
Those chunky head Avengers that look really, really bad. Yeah.
Those are what we're gonna get tomorrow. I promise.
Exactly. They found a box bed game.
Millions of.
It's everything though. Like everything is like maybe it's just part of us getting older, right? But everything's like lame now. Like I just remember being able to when you just be able to go into the store and then like, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna grab like a 20 ounce, like Coke or something like that. You open the cap up. Hey, guess what? I got a free Coke, and I can exchange the cap for a free Coke.
Yeah, that's not a
instead of being some like stupid lame digital code that no one cares about that you have to go enter on the computer that no one does.
5 at a time.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
because they realize nobody does it.
Yeah, but they're like, but what if I bought the 6-pack of 20-ounce bottles? Wait, so I have to do 5 of them and then submit it and wait 3 days or whatever the limit was to enter my one additional cap? Fuck that. That cap's going in the trash. No.
Well, then I just remember going to the store, right? Like, because you could see if it was a free one too. So you go into the cooler and you kind of tip the bottle,
tip it just right. And be like, that looks like that looks like it's a winner.
That looks like it's a free code. So that's one that you buy. Man, those were the days. McDonald's Transformers and free Coca-Cola. Nice. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm getting excited here. Speaking, I said of McDonald's and Coca-Cola. Yeah. Guess what's coming back? High C Orange Lava Burst.
Oh, baby. I did see that.
coming back to the Mickey D's.
I'm not sure when they took that away, but I am glad.
2 years ago.
Back. Oh, okay. So not that long.
Yeah. But it's coming back. It's coming
cool.
back.
Now, if we could just get the original Ecto Cooler back, I would be happy.
Yeah.
Maybe re-release when Ghostbusters comes out.
Here's the thing: is they're gonna just do the new Ecto Cooler because they have the Ecto Cooler out. It came back, but it didn't taste the same. It did not taste the same. It was not as good.
Did you? I didn't have it. I know you guys did. I would like it. I hopefully didn't lose the recipe, but Jeremy's probably right. When that movie ever comes out, the new Ghostbusters, hopefully they'll bring back Ecto Cooler. So Ed's got a good soda story, right? He says he worked at a company in 1997 that used to print labels for Pepsi, and they would give the codes printed on the labels. And some dude got in trouble for stealing the rules of the labels. Just like it reminds me of the McMillions thing.
Yeah, where the guy
doing
stole
Monopoly. Yeah.
Back. So for anybody who doesn't know, it's a documentary. I think it's on HBO or was for a while. But
it's out there.
That goes to it. But basically, back in the day, McDonald's Monopoly, like it was like people went crazy for McDonald's Monopoly. What you didn't know, and even McDonald's didn't know, is that there was no possible way to actually win it because some dude stole all the winning, like big prize winning pieces and would sell them to people for a cut of like the cash prize or whatever.
Yeah.
It was mind-blowingly crazy that for like 10 years, some dude like got this thing.
He had a system.
He had some system. They still don't know exactly how he got them, like where he took them out and replaced them with like not fake ones, but just like low value ones. So what they thought was the fucking boardwalk piece, he replaced it with like a Park Place when he went and delivered it to the company that would put it on the McDonald's, fry box or whatever, and would pass it off that was the boardwalk, and it went off into production somewhere. All the while, he had that one in his pocket to like sell it to somebody.
A cousin.
And it was
a lot
family,
of relatives, yeah,
and like friends of family,
yeah.
And like people got caught by really dumb ways. Like they would ask him like, "Where did you buy what McDonald's did you go to?" And they tell them, right, because they knew which one they supposedly like returned it to or whatever. And they'd show them a picture and be like, "This one," and they're like, "Yeah, that's the one," and it was like the wrong one, and they're like, "So we know you're fucking lying." Like, so
this is a McDonald's in San Diego. You've never been to San Diego.
Yeah, exactly. And like, this is not the one in South Carolina that you purport.
Yeah, busted. I'd seen it. It is really good, and it is worth watching if you want just to kind of throw on documentary. It's one of those kind of like, oh god, I can't believe I'm going to say Tiger King. Kind of like Tiger King, right? Where it's just the story is so crazy, it's hard to believe. The McDonald's one is
because you don't think there's going to be a conspiracy.
Yeah, because the FBI
and like FBI, and it had a thing about like undercover things, and there's things about strip clubs.
It's HBO Max. If you want to watch it, it's on
HBO Max. Yeah,
cool. Thank you, Jeremy.
It's nuts. Please, if you have a few, it's like a 4-parter, so it's like 4 hours. But go watch it. It's good. No, it's good, and it is quite informative. Good. And you just the whole time you're like, how the like. I get it was the 90s, but like, how did this go on for that long? How did no one connect the dots that like half these people that all won like the big prizes were related?
It was excessively long.
Yeah.
Speaking of the FBI, I did see someone say that they would really like to see a Marvel show starring Randall Park, where it's just like he goes around solving like X-Files type mysteries every week. Amazing. Like, sign me up. That would be amazing, right? Can be sort of superhero related, or can just be weird and goofy. Like, because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy that character in Ant-Man and stuff. And now that he's in WandaVision, he's a good dude, right? Like, fresh off the boat.
He plays like the same character. Like he's like the fresh off the boat character. It's basically
very
like
similar.
It's almost he could be like the fresh off the boat. He's like, you know what? Hey, I'm going to quit my job at the restaurant and become an FBI agent.
Pretty much, yeah.
He
leaves Cattleman's Steakhouse.
Did anybody though appreciate the card?
What card?
When he first introduces himself to Monica.
Rambo?
in this one, right? He goes to introduce himself. He holds his hand up and he flicks it, and he pops the card into his hand. So he's been studying his like card magic tricks from the Ant-Man series. He's been from Ant-Man to Ant-Man and the Wasp, right? He's been studying the magic tricks, and he's like, here's my card, and then he like hands it. Like
That's awesome.
It was one of those things where if you blink and you miss it, but I was like,
I didn't catch it, but that's pretty awesome. Like, so real quick before, like, we're talking WandaVision, right? Like the last 3 episodes, including the one that came out yesterday. So spoilers.
Yeah.
But a quick shout out to the chat. Rick from Pop Collectors Alliance just stopped by. What's up, Rick?
What's up?
Manny was here earlier watching live from the grocery store. So shout out to Manny. Ed and Jessica are hanging out, and our friend John Middle Newland from the Toy Rewind podcast. And I know I saw Tyler Calvert's name a little while ago too. So shout out to Tyler Calvert. Oh, you know what I didn't even mention yet? I'm going to derail this awesome segue that I squeezed in there. Yeah, I'm going to derail it. Tyler Calvert has an awesome review up of the third and final movie from the To All the Boys that I've loved before series. Did you guys even realize that?
It's Valentine's Day. I should have known the third one should drop.
It came out yesterday. I watched it last night. I almost cried a couple times.
I bet
it was really good. You totally need to watch it.
Now, so they quality-wise, first one was really good. Second one was not so good. Does the third one continue the downward trend, or does it stay pretty low?
No, I feel like it redeemed itself. I agree. Second one wasn't that good, but third one definitely on point. I really enjoyed it. It's a nice wrap up to this.
So Kissing Booth or third To All the Boys?
Third To All the Boys, all the way. It was really good.
Okay.
It was really good. Like I agree. Dude, second one was kind of the weak point, but it's back.
We're getting into this here, but Kissing Booth was a steaming hot pile of garbage.
It really was.
It was
Kissing Booth 2 was even worse. Kissing Booth 3 comes out soon, I saw. I don't think they've done a date, but that's coming.
That girl, so that girl also played that weird Hulu movie where she played like the cancer person that couldn't like talk or whatever. Like, I don't think I can, after seeing that her with like her head shaved and everything, like now that trying to play anything else, like that's it. That's what you get. That's you from now on. That's what I see. Speaking, so before we get into WandaVision, I need to tell you guys about, there's another movie right now. It's on video on demand. I was able to watch it by, we'll say, less than normal methods. It's out there. Let's just put it that way. It's out there. I watched it. Has anybody
wash your hands with soap, people?
Yeah, wash your hands with soap today. Okay, that's all I'm just saying. But there's a new Nicolas Cage movie that obviously was supposed to go to theaters, didn't. Now it's on video on demand, called Willys Wonderland.
Oh, cool.
Now, anyone who's wondering, what is Willys Wonderland? Because
I have no idea.
People don't know. So, first off, you get a Nicolas Cage movie where Nicolas Cage doesn't say a physical word throughout the entire film.
That's weird.
It's done. He doesn't talk.
So he's like Charlie Chaplin.
He's like Charlie Chaplin, but he's also in the movie incredibly crazy and a weird goofball and does some weird shit, like some weird like OCD type of guy. Rick says it's the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. So here's the best way I can describe it. It's the Banana Splits movie, kind of, right? Because it's the animatronics going crazy.
Horror movie,
Five Nights at Freddy's. But there's a third kink in it, is that Nicolas Cage's character is a complete and utter psychopath that flat out murders the animatronics every time they come alive around him. So it's like the animatronics are trying to kill the teenagers while not being murdered themselves by Nicolas Cage's character, who is only trying to clean the building and goes by the name Janitor because he doesn't talk, so they don't know his name. It is B-movie at its best. It is utterly hilarious. The entire time I was watching, like, I never skipped a beat, like whatever. Like I was into it the whole time. It is really bad. but it is a good type of bad. And I recommend anybody who's a fan of horror comedy, and the idea of like this weird, goofy premise of a silent Nicolas Cage who on the hour, every hour, chugs an energy drink to keep his energy up to go murdering some animatronics. Please go watch the movie. It is everything that I wanted out of it. It's not That's good, crazy. But it is damn entertaining, and you'll watch the whole thing. I mean, it's a Nicolas Cage movie, right? It's never going to be quality in terms of like film quality, but it is good. It is entertaining, and I would watch the hell out of that movie again and again.
So you're saying it's not going to be quality like famous Nicolas Cage movie Face Off?
So, okay. Face Off quality, right? Crazy.
That's a classic, though.
Crazy Nick Cage literally kills an animatronic, then like cleans up after killing the damn thing, like puts them in garbage bags and goes and puts them by the door so he can throw them away later. It is utterly ridiculous. But Jeremy, you mentioned Face Off. So
I could eat a peach for hours.
We talk about the story of Castor Troy.
Castor Troy, yes. No, so I said I don't know if anybody's heard, but it's now officially confirmed. I said from the original director, I said of Face Off, they're doing not a reboot, a direct sequel to Face Off.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to figure out how this is going to work.
Yeah, so spoilers for a movie from
1997,
right? 97. I think, I was going to say, I think 97. So Face Off, spoilers, the bad guy dies. Like, so.
Which one's the bad guy?
Castor Troy.
Castor Troy.
Oh, okay.
Which is
I don't remember. I have seen Face Off once a really long time ago.
So Castor Troy, which is wearing John Travolta's face, dies.
Okay. So Castor Troy, who is Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, but he's wearing John Travolta's face.
John Travolta needs to get some information out of his Castor Troy's brother, who's his accomplice. And after shenanigans at the beginning of the movie, Nicolas Cage is in a coma. So they decide, you know what we're going to do, John Travolta, who body frame, face structure looks nothing like Nicolas Cage, but what we're going to do, it's different.
True.
But we're going to take his face and your face off, and we're going to switch them. Well, not switch them. We're going to just put his face on you so that you can pretend to be him and go in and get this information from your brother who we caught and is in jail. But what they don't know is when Nicolas Cage's character wakes up and puts John Travolta's face on, right, forces them to do the surgery to him so that he can take John Travolta's place, and shenanigans ensues. But at the end, spoiler alert, John Travolta is killed, and John Travolta gets his face back. So
yeah, fake Agent Archer is killed. Yeah, and
okay, all right.
So the bad guy is dead. Nicolas Cage's character full on dead.
So what do you think, like kids, or like how do you keep this going?
So I'm guessing. I said here's what I'm anticipating is that they bring back this program, and now I said John Travolta is in charge. I said is in charge of this FBI division of this program.
It switches faces with people.
And well, I'm not even saying he's the face switcher. They'll probably bring in, like I said, new people for
he
for the face switching.
He runs the program that does basically like we arrest a bad guy and we switch that bad guy's face with one of our agents to go undercover. Yeah. Their undercover operation is done by doing the face switching.
All right,
but somebody knocks him out and switches faces with him again.
Face Off was such a great movie, though.
It was again so bad that it's good and it's entertaining because
it's ridiculous. Just hearing Scott try to explain it, like it's so complicated.
Have you ever seen Face Off?
I don't. Yes, I have seen Face Off, but I don't. It's been forever. I don't really remember it, so I guess I'm going
it's
to
on
have to
Amazon
rewatch.
Prime for free now. So,
All right.
so
Yeah,
I'm thinking I probably need to rewatch it, but I have seen it. It's just been a very long
if
time.
everybody wants a dose of 1997 campy fun, Face Off is the movie.
You might as well go for the trilogy 3-pack. You might as well go for Face Off, Con Air, and The Rock. Like I said, just bundle the,
Yeah, but
it's
see,
cold outside. You want a nice dose of Nicolas Cage. Watch the trilogy.
Watch the trilogy, but only one of those actually was a good quality action film. The other two were utter ridiculousness.
So I've never seen The Rock.
You've never seen The Rock?
I'm pretty sure. No.
Man.
What was the other one you said?
Con Air.
I've seen Con Air, yeah. So I've never seen there. I've seen Gone in 60 Seconds. I thought you were going to say Gone in 60 Seconds, but you said The Rock. I've never seen.
No,
The Rock.
Gone in 60 Seconds has too many people in it. That's not good. No,
Con
Con Air actually has a star-studded cast.
Con Air is awesome. It's got Danny Trejo. It's got John Malkovich.
Oh, yeah.
Got Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi. Dave Chappelle plays a character.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle's in there.
You got Bubba from Forrest Gump plays a character.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
He's diabetic.
He's diabetic. Yeah.
He needs his insulin.
But he actually lives in this one, so
Dude,
I guess
spoilers. I haven't seen it. I just told you. We'll see. I probably won't watch The Rock right away, but maybe I'll watch Con Air tomorrow after I watch that other John Travolta movie.
Yeah, go watch watch The Rock, but Willys Wonderland is great.
Yeah, I want to watch that too.
All right. So also, real quick, before we get into WandaVision, I'm like,
yes.
Just quick plug. Honestly, they don't need to open back the movie theaters up. I like watching movies. I like watching movies at home. Gerard Butler in Greenland.
Oh yeah, you were saying that was good.
Yeah, I want to watch that too.
Really good. Like
that's another one where I think I might have to wash my hands.
It's a
with soap today.
With soap.
Yeah, it's a very serious like end of the world movie. Like I said, it's not like ridiculous like Armageddon or The Core or any of those other like or Deep Impact. This one actually it's same kind of premise, right? That hey, there's gonna be like an asteroids that are gonna like destroy the Earth and stuff like that. Blah 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 blah. But it's all about like the journey as they try to basically get to like these government safe zones.
Shelters.
Pretty good. I enjoyed it. Gerard Butler was pretty good in it.
Nice.
Did he yell, "This is Greenland"? Yeah. No.
Well, the funny thing is, like, yeah, it's just like obviously they're trying to get to Greenland, right? Because that's where, like I said, the facilities are. But like I said, it's even the movies don't understand that Greenland is actually like icy.
But nobody bothered to look that up.
Nobody checked that Greenland is covered in ice and Iceland is somewhat green.
Yeah. So I did get a laugh out of that, but that's beside the point. But anyways, it's still good.
Quick shout out to Mike from Talking Pops and Rachel from Nerdy Curious.
What up?
A bonus shout out to the chat. In case you're playing STS Guys Bingo, if you want to get your own bingo square, go to podcastbingo.com/STS Guys. And thanks to our friend Andrew from the Toy Rewind podcast for making that bingo card.
Bingo!
Bingo!
Nice. I feel like we haven't played that one in a couple weeks.
We haven't.
It's a classic.
I was very happy to hit that button. All right. So we need to get into WandaVision because we didn't talk about it last week.
Or the week before.
Because there's some we needed anti-spoilers. I feel like this week
you said we didn't talk about it because we didn't want people to give people a chance to watch it. Nate didn't watch it. Let's just we're gonna call Nate out.
We're gonna call Nate out. Nate didn't watch it.
Nate was the person who we didn't talk about it because he hadn't seen it. But we're all caught up, right? I don't know what episode we're on. 6, I think 7. I don't know. Whatever the one that came out on Friday.
All right. Oh, there are some people who says let's lower volume. Oh no.
Sorry.
So the show has me hooked at this point now. I can say that like there's enough like what the fuck is going on aspect of things that like it's a little slow for me. Like I want answers, but they're dragging it out a little bit. But I agree. It's that my eyebrow is raised. Yeah.
So I said I am in the same boat. Like I said, where I'm like, okay, it's getting more interesting. However, good Lord, please don't let this be how they get mutants. Like,
so
I'm like,
okay, so
you're
let's
not.
go through. Big spoiler. Quicksilver shows back up, but it's not who we think it is. It's Evan Peters from the XMen universe, right?
Yeah, from the Fox, right?
From the Fox
X-Men
things.
movies. Yeah.
But here's what's weird. There's a couple weird things about this version where I don't think it's the X-Men version.
Well, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about like the whole Monica Rambeau. You can't go back into the hex. Your DNA has changed. Like I said, it's changed since coming out.
I just think that's her becoming the superhero, right? Like I think that's just her getting the superhero powers. I don't think that it's going to be the X gene because how do you transfer that, right? Like one town of people gets. Are they all X-Men come from the one town? Unless
there's a big explosion or something at the end where everybody gets like, I don't know, right, the radiation or whatever.
Particle or whatever.
It goes through them.
But this is one thing. It's like then you get. I get that they could go this direction, but my problem with going that way is that the glory of the X-Men is you have some that are really good at their powers. You have people just discovering them, and as time goes on, you have new ones that are born. When everyone's been, we've all been mutants for 6 weeks at this point. Like it kind of defeats the idea of the mutant. Like who's going to listen to Professor X, right? Like you fucker, you've been a mutant as long as I have. Shut the fuck up. Like it all happened at the same time. So that's why I think it's if they go that direction, it's going to cause some weird, dumb issues that like. No one's going to really take it seriously. So I really hope they don't do that. Now, my original thought was that this was the X-Men version of Pietro.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't believe it is.
Do you think it's Mephisto?
No, so there could be other different things, but here's what clued it in. Because the first time we just saw him, right? And it was Evan Peters. But now we actually see him in this newest episode using his powers. It is clearly the same as Aaron Taylor Johnson's version. So he's using those powers. And he makes a passing comment that he said, like, he remembers getting shot. Right? He remembers dying. And then that she heard Wanda and came back. So
but couldn't he have died in the other universe?
Yeah, like,
but
so
in the same way, because she sees the bullets where it was. So here's where I think
possible.
It is.
Maybe there's an Ultron in that Earth.
Could be. But here's where I start to get to the thing is either things is that she brought his body and she reanimated his fucking dead ass corpse because we saw Vision as soon as he left the thing started to rot away and die, right? Yeah. So like, is it just the dead body reanimated, or did she literally pull his soul somewhere and throw it in a different person? And that's why it's a different look. It's literally somebody in the town that is running around with his like him inside of it.
So I hope not.
I don't think that. I think it is. Here's my thing. I think it is the X-Men. I said the X-Men version of Quicksilver, but she said she's using her mind control to implant those. That's why he can't remember anything, right? So she's using basically her powers to basically morph those memories on top of him.
But how did she change his power though?
What do you mean?
Here's you guys are going to think I'm such a nerd for this one. One of the things is Pietro in the X-Men made a big deal anytime he used his powers about grabbing the back of anyone's neck because when he would run with anybody, he would kill them based on the whiplash of him yanking them forward, right? In this version, he literally just grabs the kids by the arm and rips them forward and starts playing. But he also, like I said, it's different. They made a very distinct thing about the way they showed the two different people's powers in X-Men versus...
I didn't remember that from the X-Men movie, but maybe this is MCU. Maybe they're just like, that was dumb. We don't want to do that anymore.
To be fair, that was one of the like smartest things. They go through is that when he's like carrying people, he like they said he supports them. Like, a couple of times he doesn't, like when he's doing his like getting them out of the
expansion.
The X Mansion. He's not doing that with everybody. But like in the first one, and when he has it in the first class, he like literally grabs the back of Magneto's head and he's like just be careful, like if I don't do this, like you're gonna die. But then it also, like, we've never seen the X-Men one, like what it looks like from his point, like everyone else's point of view, really when he's moving, right? We saw it when he was like doing like the playing a little bit downstairs, and it was vastly different from the version where it has like little blue streaks or whatever. So I think that kind of leads it to that, like, she then copied the MCU version of the powers onto him.
Maybe it's
because he's not technically as fast.
Yeah, maybe it's some type of conglomeration of Fox X-Men Quicksilver and MCU Quicksilver. I don't know. Like if he isn't somehow related to the Fox movies, choosing that actor to portray Quicksilver was just stupid, and just to throw us all off. And it's gonna be frustrating.
I want to see the time, because the weird aspect of it is, outside of everybody, he does not seem to be as mind controlled as everybody else.
With the exception, okay, and this
where he flat out, like, where he's flat out, it's like, yeah, how the fuck are you doing this? By the way, like, how did you do the city thing?
That's a good segue though, in regards to like the mind control, right? So the whole Agnes thing, Agnes, like, see, you're saying, I think she's faking it. Like, she's faking being underneath the control. So, for example, like I said, if you look at that scene where I said she's in her car, right? Everybody else is frozen. Like I said, they can't move, they can't talk, they can't do anything else. She's at that point in time, she's further out than anybody else, and she's responding to Vision, even in her altered state, right?
That's true, and nobody else did, right?
And no one else did.
Vision's like, "Ma'am, are those your children?" And silence.
Yeah,
silence. Nothing. No one moving. No nothing. Right.
So Agnes's question, and also, God, I can't remember the labor that was dressed up as Frankenstein. Like he had with the radio on that he's talking to. Like,
that's her husband, isn't it?
No, that's like the other the neighbor.
The other neighborhood watch guy.
The other neighborhood watch guy.
Yeah, that's right.
That's been in it. That was listened on the radio, and he seems like almost similar to Agnes, right? Where he's like not necessarily as deeply ingrained with the mind control or whatever. Like, was that really the neighborhood watch on his radio that he was listening to, like hearing, or was that something else? Like, that's where I started to wonder. Like, I still think that potentially Agnes and him might be actual sword agents, and they've known about this for longer than they let on with sending Monica over there.
Yeah, maybe something was happening before Wanda did the official hexing thing. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Or maybe
she's not fully responsible for the hex. Maybe she just took control of it.
Which seems likely, yeah. Right, that's kind of been the theory all along.
Okay, and then here's also another. I hope this doesn't happen. I hope this doesn't happen, but it's quite possible. So remember, what the heck is his name? The guy from Sonic the Hedgehog, the guy from Sonic the Hedgehog, the guy who played Cyclops.
Oh yeah,
James Marsden.
Yeah.
I was going Red Dead, John Marston. But
do you think James Marsden's Cyclops is coming back? And here's let me give you the reason why I think that might be that might be who may show up at some point in time. So at the end of X-Men, that third shitty one, I said that not Dark Phoenix, but
Age of Apocalypse.
No,
First Class.
Last Stand.
Last Stand, where he gets vaporized off screen.
He gets vaporized off screen, right? So, like I said, you don't know. Like, you don't know if he dies. You don't know what happens to him. Darcy, like I said, Thor chick is breaking into what's his face's files. There's a codename file that says Cataract,
which could be a link to
related to eyes. Okay.
So to that point, there is. Did you see the other one? That was in there that at least there's another X-Men though that was listed in there 2. That was for whatever reason I can't remember. In the files that she was looking at, there's the Project Cataract, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then they also had a specific name that pulled up, which was Kestrel, one of the folks on Stryker's team.
Yeah.
If you remember, in X-Men Origin, played wonderfully by Will.i.am, was one of the names that was in there. So that specific other mutant reference was specifically called out in that file. So maybe they're
tracking
people. Like, so we have references to at least one known mutant, and another one that could reference a mutant, right, within that whole aspect.
So
the other thing that I thought was kind of interesting, the commercial.
I didn't know. So I'm trying to figure out where that plugged in.
Here's what I think that is. So the kid, I think was supposed to be Quicksilver, right? The shark was Strucker, and when he's like the yogurt, I think was the powers that they gave them. I think was that they couldn't open it, but it ended up being like, I think it was a whole reference to the fact that the Mind Stone didn't actually give them their powers, but they used the Mind Stone, used it to activate their mutant genes. And the whole idea that they couldn't use whatever power they were given, they couldn't use because it was already theirs. So I read this whole thing about somebody's this deep dive on that stupid ass 1990s.
I've got something too.
You know how disappointed I was though. I said that it was stupid yogurt, not shark bites. Like,
oh yeah, yeah. It was totally supposed to be shark bites, right?
Yeah.
What do you got there? So I googled this cataract thing, right? Because I hadn't seen it. I was actually going to look to see if I could find the other one that Scott was trying to remember as he was remembering it. But according to inverse.com, there's an interesting theory out here that cataract, if you look at Vision's eyes and Pietro's eyes when they show them when they're dead, right? Like when they do that quick flash of like their dead bodies, their eyes kind of look like they have cataracts, apparently. So what if cataract is actually a weapon that's responsible for Vision Pietro coming back to life, and it's really Hayward, right, the director guy, who's the bad guy all along because he's out there pulling some strings. That's why he's being so shady.
And that's the thing is, like, I really think Sword is the bad guy in this one.
It feels like that Hayward guy, right, somehow is the bad guy because right, he's clashing with Rambo, he's clashing with Darcy, right? They just leave Darcy, they handcuffed her to that truck and just they don't even care about her. Like they just let her go. They all run off like little cowards and just like, man, whatever. She's going, I guess, into the hex.
Turned into a circus. By the way, John Wraith is the name of Kestrel, whose actual name is Ray Johnson. And that's the file that pops up on the thing.
Interesting. So there's definitely something there to that.
To be fair, the second that we met Hayward, I was like, that guy's a dick. He's bad in some way. Like there's no way that guy's a good guy. So why does I know like Rambo's got trouble with him, right? That's when we met him. But like, why does Monica Rambeau not like Captain Marvel? Why is there like stuff going on there? I'm totally missing that. I really think that's for they're saving that as a future. Is that to fill in for Captain Marvel later on? I think that's a Captain Marvel 2 fill in thing. Like I think she does something happens in Captain Marvel 2, and we're gonna that's gonna be the tie-in that she's still not over it, bro. Yeah, because I think Captain Marvel 2 is, I think it's supposed to be another like throwback one, like before the blip. Like I think maybe not 90, like maybe late 90s, early 2000s, like so. All right, that makes sense, right? It won't be post Thanos. It's going to be before Thanos, before Avengers, before all that stuff. That makes sense, yeah. Interesting. Yes, Mike asked. She was the little girl, right? She was because her mom was in Captain Marvel. Yeah. So her mom is the head of Sword. By the time the blip around the time of the blip. Yeah, but she's got the cancer. Monica gets blipped, right? The mom dies. Monica comes back after Blip is like, wait, what the fuck? My mom's dead, and goes back to Sword, and some other dude that used to be her friend is the guy in charge. It's the literal setup for every like that dude's actually a bad guy in movies ever. It's like, oh, we used to be friends, but I'm taking over leadership. But we don't want it to be weird, bro. And then does some shady shit, and you're like,
it's even
that guy's the bad guy.
It's even Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
Right? Like I forget that guy's name.
Guy.
Like they literally did it in Iron Man 1.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just doing a long drawn out Iron Man 1 in this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that Hayward's bad. We just don't know at what level of bad. Or he's just a dick. Either way, like he's an asshole.
True.
Yeah.
Either way,
Ed says, do you think it could be a red herring? It very well could be a red herring, but then again, like that guy's just an asshole then. Like you've ruined that character.
Do you think I said in terms of like I said the aerospace engineer that's supposed to be designing the vehicle to get them back into the hex? Like I said, everyone's thinking that the only person that makes sense for that for an aerospace engineer is Reed Richards.
It's possible.
Do you think it's Reed Richards that
Probably
develops
not.
the vehicle?
That's too. I don't know. Maybe.
That's a little too on the nose, I think.
Maybe.
But even like I said, even if it's like I said, if it's basically a pre-powered, I said Dr. Reed Richards,
and like
he's just there to
he's
be like,
just there
because they've already said Fantastic Four is coming in some way, sometime, right?
So maybe we get Reed Richards as just regular dude.
A regular Reed Richards. Yeah.
Well, did you like? So I read an article somewhere. I don't remember where, but like it talked about when Wanda's talking to Pietro about like remember when they were kids and they had there was this other orphan there with them and his face was all messed up. Like supposedly, I guess that could be Dr. Doom.
Yeah, and here's the thing. So that could instead of from Latvia, is that where Dr.
Latvia is.
Yeah, he could be from Sokovia.
Yeah, or maybe he was from Latvia and he ended up in an orphanage in Sokovia. Like there's because that was some of the I saw comments that were like, "Oh, this is dumb. He's not from Sokovia." Well, like he doesn't have to be from there. He could just be visiting.
First off, people, these are all made up Eastern European countries.
Yeah, exactly. It's not real.
They don't exist.
Yeah.
They don't exist. They could be neighbors for all we know. We don't really know where Sokovia or Latvia are in relation to each other. They could be right next door.
Yeah, so that could be a thing later on too. I don't know. Maybe young Dr. Doom knew young Wanda. I don't know. Or maybe he shows up with Reed Richards and they're like, oh, hey, I know you when you were just a little kid. Hey, your face is all jacked up.
Weird metal face boy.
Hope you don't go to space and get a metal face. I don't know.
To be fair,
skin condition.
To be fair, Dr. Doom never actually like in the whole thing is like that whole like he was a friend thing was not very true. He was just always the maniacal leader of this weird country.
So, well, okay, then kind of like said, just in terms of like said other things that happened like in that last episode. So Vision tried to escape, right?
Yeah.
He get out. But he started to decompose. Like I said, as soon as he went out. So, do you think
he didn't even make it all the way out? Right? Yeah. He was still kind of fighting it, and he's losing. Yeah, he's decomposing.
But here's the question: I didn't know if it was like, was it decomposing, or was it just like Wanda, whatever rule she set up? Like, if you try to escape, like it was trying to pull him back in, was tearing him apart.
That's what I was asking you guys. Was it actually tearing him apart? And because he was trying, because it was that strong? Because we know that she has the powers to basically break him apart.
Yeah,
because she killed him. She killed him once because of the Infinity Stone, right?
Yeah.
And the only person we've seen escape so far has been expelled.
Yeah.
Right. Was like by her own,
she shot her
volition.
out,
right? She was like, "You get out, right, and you're gone." So what if whatever thing is that everyone says you can't leave is that it's not like you're mentally unable to, like physically it will pull your ass back in if you try to leave.
Yeah, it's possible. I guess the only way we'll find out for sure is if somebody else tries to leave.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem like a super critical moment, but it could happen.
But the kids got their powers now, so we actually have Speed and Wiccan.
It's cool, I guess. I did appreciate the Malcolm in the Middle.
Yes, the intro.
Intro and stuff. Like that was fun. I really liked that show. Underrated show.
Oh, completely underrated. I thought
Sitcom.
Malcolm was one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that Stevie Muniz is from where we used to live.
He sold us. He sold us olive oil company.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Oh, he did? What? What is he going to do now? He's rich off that olive oil money. Oh yeah, that's right. He was in a band too. Well, but he can't play. He can play drums by himself, but he can't do shows. Yeah. There are no shows.
So I'm going to derail our conversation here though. This was quite great today. While in the store, my daughter did ask because my phone rang and I have Shark Fighter from the Aquabats as my ringtone, right?
Nice.
So my daughter asked at one point as we're walking through, she heard the ringtone and she started singing it because she watches the Super Show. And she was like, hey, remember you said you'd take me to an Aquabats concert? And I was like, the next time there's a concert, I am taking you to the Aquabats.
Yeah. Remember that pandemic thing we're in?
Yeah.
Another casualty. Live music.
Yeah, live music. But I was like, as soon as there haven't been any concerts to take you to.
Yeah.
But as soon as I find out the Aquabats are coming, you and I are getting tickets.
That would be cool. I am down. So no live concerts, but it sounds two things. So I was gonna say, so it sounds like we're all in on this Retromania thing in New Braunfels at the end of the month. So that's gonna be a horrible mess. I'm sure.
Follow me on Instagram
now. Shout out to those guys. So Retromania, if you're in New Braunfels on like the 27th, we'll probably be there. So come say hi.
Retro toys, can't go wrong.
Yeah, retro toys, video games,
comics,
VHS. Like they had me at VHS. So I'm interested to see what they've got. It might be awful. If it is awful, at least we'll have a good story out of it. And
let's go through. If you early buy, it's literally only $6 to get in.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Even if it's bad, it's at least $6 worth of entertainment.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's $6 worth of entertainment. It's a day trip for us and an excuse to go to Buc-ee's.
Exactly.
Done.
Always down for Buc-ee's.
I'll pay $6 for an excuse to go to Buc-ee's.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something to do on a Saturday.
Yep.
So perfect. But so super important, super late. This is really late for an important topic like this. But tickets went on sale for Houston Comic Palooza yesterday. Houston Comic Palooza, which is supposed to happen in May of 2021, which is 3 months from now. Do you think this is actually going to happen?
No way in hell.
Nope.
They seem super confident about it.
Here's the thing. It's balance, right? I would say no way in hell, but then they're also in Texas, where
I think they're going to do it.
Where the Texas, like I said, the people of Texas really don't give a shit about the coof.
Here's the problem I have with it. They announced that it's going on, and they pulled the thing that all the other cons have done so far: 0 guest announcements. Right? Yeah. They have not locked guests at this point, and we're what, February? Sorry,
they haven't announced.
They haven't announced, but it's in May. We're only a couple months away. You'd think that they'd be like, "Hey, we are going to do this, and here's a couple of people to get you interested," but they have nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's happening. I think they're literally throwing it up there so that they can make back that insurance money to be like LA pandemic.
Comic-Con.
Yeah.
WonderCon.
Yeah. They WonderCon.
WonderCon got canceled this week officially. I don't know. They like I said, they seem super confident. They're responding to everybody's comments and questions, and like it seems like they think it's going to happen, but like it's just so close. If it was like end of summer or something, then like they had a little more time to plan things. But I don't know. I did see like technically you can only buy like a Saturday badge or a Sunday badge, and there's no 2-day badge options, and it's only 2 days this year instead of like 3 or 4. So I don't know. It seems like they're gonna make an attempt, but if they can have like Retromania New Braunfels, I don't think they're going to get any celebrities, or not many celebrities, because who wants to go meet people during a pandemic? But maybe.
Well, I'm just saying that we should probably say, they said that they should probably invite the press, which is us, to their show so we can cover it.
Yeah, I went and looked. Press registration has a page, but it is not currently open. but I am interested. So yeah, absolutely. They do have a cool Valentine's Day deal going on right now, where you get 2 tickets for $40, which is a $16 savings total. So it's a pretty good deal. So if you're interested and you have a friend who wants to go, you might want to get up on the Valentine's Day deal. It's not bad. It's pretty reasonable price. It's not Retromania cheap.
I'm going to tell you right now, Comic Palooza media and press passes form has gone live, so you can actually submit your form to request them.
Okay, we'll check it out.
That needs to happen. Well, because they also have a podcast. They said a podcasting area.
That's the one that had the podcasting area, right? That's the one that I really want to go to just for that. So
there's actually a podcasting area.
I'm pretty sure 3 Beers and a Bike is going to be there. Like it's going to be good.
I'm pretty sure Sully might be there.
Yeah. Talking Pop says the Valentine's deal is couples only. Well, that's okay, because if I bought 2 tickets, me and my boo Jeremy could totally go. I'll make sacrifices in the name of saving $16.
Hey, I'm willing to be anybody's boo.
Yeah,
I've already proven that for free drinks, I will pretend to be Jeremy's boo.
Right?
It's true.
So Vegas, man. If they think you're a gay couple, they'll give the bottom bitch free drinks.
Oh yeah.
If they think that's what's happening. So
that's right.
If you want free drinks and you can't win at slots, but you have a friend that will, pretend to be his lover, they'll still give you free drinks.
That's amazing.
Hey, you know what? Anytime.
We'll see. I'm excited about the possibility of getting to actually go to Houston Comic Palooza this year, because that is one of the main things I wanted to do.
We could go to Coral Sword while we're down there.
Yeah, exactly. There's things in Houston that I would like to do. So I was thinking about going this weekend for President's Day, and I'm glad I didn't make plans, because bring it full circle of that awesome winter storm we're having. I'm glad I didn't try to go somewhere. Yeah. We'll save that for spring break.
Yeah. Woo woo. All right.
Or something. Oh yeah. So this has been fun. I really miss Nate, guys. But if you're missing Nate like me, you should go follow us on Instagram at STS Guys. We're on Twitter at STS Guys. And I'm Larry from the STS Guys.
Chilling like a villain.
Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding.
There's Nate.
That's never gonna get old.
It's amazing. If you like Funko Pops, you should probably go to shumistore.com. And you should probably enter code STS Guys. You're going to save 10%. And that awesome it's Stark Industries shirt that Jeremy's wearing right now, guess where he got it? That's right, Animated Apparel Company. Get a bunch of cool licensed t-shirts, including those from Marvel. If you go to Animated Apparel Company, enter code STS Guys, you're going to save 10%. And you're going to get free shipping. Animated Apparel Company. It's the best.
It's the best.
It's the best.
Oh yeah, we have friends. We have friends who have podcasts. We have friends like Mike from Talking Pops, Pop Collectors Alliance. I'm trying to do this on my list. Geek Together, Secondary Heroes, 4 Dorksmen. Secondary Heroes is hitting their 2-year anniversary, so extra special shout out to those guys. Average Nerd Podcast, Nerdy Curious, Movie Retakes, the Toy Rewind Podcast, 3 Beers, and a Mike. And I have an excuse this week. I didn't get Scott that DVD because we have a winter storm.
Excuses.
So, Totally Rad Movie Podcast, it's still not dead yet. Just almost.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
Yes.
It rhymes. Well, that was fun, guys.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
So Nate will be back next week. We'll be talking about something. Probably WandaVision.
Because there's nothing else.
Yeah. Will Nate be back next week? Will we talk about WandaVision? I don't know. You're gonna have to tune in to find out.
The answer to both of those is probably yes.
I mean, there's a chance we'll just talk about Whataburger for an hour again. Like, you never know.
I can make up a ridiculous game or do support a series of random questions. Q&A is always on the table. You just have to shoot us a question. Hint, hint, wink,
True.
wink. If you're listening this far.
All right.
So, Jeremy,
So,
take us out.
for episode 165 of the STS Guys, I've been Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
And I'm Scott.
We're the STS Guys.
Distracted.
Have a great night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.